So I'm here on Borges Street. I wanted to show everybody where I met Melinda at. Melinda, so yeah, this right here, this is where I first found her, right here. Let's go ahead. This is right here. Is where I first met her. Baby here. Her sister was working just around the corner as a mixed nut.
Mixed chocolate.
So we are here in the church now. So we have a viewer from Canada, you know, Trevor and May. So we gonna tour them around here to look our church here. And it is one of the oldest church also here in Panay. So we just been going to the mountain, and then after that we just come back here to our town and get something to eat, and then we just stop to the tourism for just let them to see our church inside here. It is so nice. Yeah, the mosaic. Oh no, there's a tree whale, imported whale. They're on the beach. That's funny. Wow.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning to another day here in the Philippines. Working here on our projects, creating this beautiful little resort. So, first of all, we're going to start here on the pergola, or pergola, and show you what's been happening on it. So let's do a little walkthrough underneath it first. As you can see, there's been some progress happening on it. Looking really nice, huh? What y'all think about that? Looking really nice. And we'll step down here and come at it from the other direction too. Boy, doesn't Mel just have all this looking beautiful? She does, she does. Mr. Joel and I, we've been knocking out projects together lately. One little thing after another. It's handy having him. I work good with Joel. So him and Mike, I can really knock stuff out with. Great guys, great help. So here we go here again. We'll come at it the other way and then we'll talk about it. It's looking so nice. Really giving the effect that I want it. Isn't that cool? And out to the end here. So now we'll talk about it here a little bit. So one of the things I'll point out is the ends of these beams right here. In the beginning when we started, they had just dropped some 2x2 block down in there and kind of made a gap in at the bottom. But once we got done, I had them take those blocks that we formed the ends of the joist, or may also be called the purlin, coming across right there. Rafter's another name, the rafter. The blocks that we had made right there, I told them, take that block, hold it up here, draw a line, take the grinder, and they use that concrete, cutting disc, and they cut it in and chipped it and shaped it, and we gave all 4 tips that same unified shape. So that's one thing they did. Up here, they're starting to put skim coat on, so it's really rough right now and hadn't been sanded or nothing. That's a preliminary layer, and so they're just getting it covered over, and then they'll sand that and knock highs and lows and stuff off, and it'll end up really smoothing in. We had taken, and let me show you this little pocket, see, with that conduit coming out. Now, I didn't put electrical boxes in there because most of the lights that I'm going to use don't really screw to an electrical box. These little LED lights, these little pin lights coming down. And what we used in there to leave that hole and for that conduit to come through was just a section out of bamboo. Like the end right where the little dividing section in the bamboo is, we cut little short pieces and made a hole, stuck the conduit through, left in there, poured concrete, and they came back and chiseled those out. I'm just becoming more and more redneck always. And my neighbor has went through here and got all of these on for me now, everywhere. And so they're ready to finish that out. Looks like y'all getting ready to head out. They're pouring in this end of the concrete floor for the pool, but this isn't the finished pool floor. This is a subfloor underneath it. Mark, we're gonna pour this up kind of thick too, okay? So, speaking of this, yesterday we were pretty busy, I was, and we had a lot of guests here and I was really enjoying them, but I still squeezed in to work on the gutter in between it all. So it's hard to see it from here. I'll try to find a direction. The sun's not my eyes, but I cut out an end cap and formed it just right and capped off one end of the gutter and sealed it. Well, the sun's just right in it. Probably a bad time to try to show that. Yeah, it's hard to get to it, but right up there on that end, I made a cap, formed it perfect to all those radiuses, and then put it in, sealed it, and then I took the next section of gutter, I laid it all straight over in the driveway, and lapped it together, put sealer and a lot of good pop rivets, and so I did 2 sections together. Joel and a couple of the boys, Nardo and June, went up, 2 brothers, helped hold it while Joel got it screwed in place, and then I did 2 more, put them together. He carried those 2 sections up and lapped it and up in the air up there and put it together and sealed it. So we have that piece of gutter all the way down to the end, except the last few feet. And I've got to sculpt that in at an angle that comes up around. I'll show you over here if I can. This is like it's morning time. That's right where the sun is. So it's probably a bad time for me to vlog it. See if we can get over here to this direction, a little sideways to the sun. So this end up here, if I can get up high enough anywhere you can see, yeah, maybe right there. We'll zoom up. And the last few feet of the gutter aren't on because I need to sculpt that to a point along with the trim that's going up that side right there, that eave trim. And I need to sculpt that corner together. And so it's not just making it around into a 90, it's also got to rise with that angle. And right now I got the gutter over far enough that if it rains, the water's falling outside the pool area, not in the pool area, because we need to finish doing some sanding, texture, and paint on this wall here before I put that trim. And so we're discussing that and preparing it sometime next few days. If the weather's right, we're going to work on that, and then I'll get up there and sculpt that corner, and they'll get all that trim on. Right there where it's not finished out, it's because that precast mold like you see across the front, with my fingers right across there, right there, that precast mold there, I've got him making it go all the way down to that end. He'll get that on. I know he's going to drip cement stuff down. That's why we didn't skim coat any of that down below there, because I plan on doing a little bit of stone work on that end there also. That black stone like's on the front of the house there is going to be across there, and some places across on this end. So main thing is we get the water away from running in the pool off the roof so we can work on it, and that's what we're doing. So the guys over here mixing, we got a couple extra here. We always get some boys that need work out of the neighborhood and give them some work. And since it turned out a sunshiny day, it's a perfect time to jump on this, because when it's pouring down rain, it keeps trying to wash some of that mud and stuff down and down into here. This grid of steel is not tied real tight everywhere. Like I say, it's just a subfloor underneath the main one, but I have been having them add a little bit additional pieces in this morning. And so where some of this steel overlaps right here, I had to add some in across there right now. It's pretty tight down on that end, but we're going to tighten it up a little bit on this end. We weren't real particular over it because it's sub-layer underneath, and then we're going to be pouring a real tight grid for the second layer that's going to be finishing this pool out in here. Our main goal is to get it dried in there right now as far as mud and dirt and everything. Another thing I'm going to be doing is bonding all of this. So there's some pieces of steel coming up high here. I'll show you here. Yeah, Joel, y'all be sure don't cut this, okay? And steel that's coming up high, that's going to come up over and onto the deck, and it's going to also tie with the inner grid. That's going to be our final grid. I'm going to bond all that with copper. So what I'll do is that'll get bent over, and where the deck's going in, the deck steel, there's going to be copper. I'll wrap it and bond it using those good like acre nuts. They'll compress that copper down tight on there, and that'll get embedded in. I'll do that in a few places, and there'll be a rod drove in. Copper rod drove in down deep around where the deck area is here. Good spots like anywhere right along in here, as long as you don't hit a pipe that you have coming around. And bond all of your steel that's going to be in your surrounding deck, and all your steel that's in your pool, bond it to the ground. And so it's kind of like they say, putting a lightning rod in, a grounding rod in. Put a ground rod in, and that'll also really lessen any type of chance of somebody getting a shock. As I say, I got grounded here in the Philippines. Grounded because all of your steel everywhere is going to be bonded down to the earth. So let you know on that too. And all our lighting here right now is all low voltage. Some of it's solar lights, but some of it's not up in these trees nowhere. That's all low voltage. It's not 12 volt DC, it's 12 volt AC. And I have a swimming pool light transformer. It's over there on a pole. It's sealed, weatherproof, and it converts this 220 single phase AC to 12 volt single phase AC. And these particular low volt lights that I have, they can, believe it or not, work AC or DC at that low voltage. The pergola has been finished poured on the concrete many days ago, and the videos are really spread out because I'm really behind on putting my content out. So if you're like, man, it took them a long time to build that right there, it wasn't it took a long time, it's just taking me a long while to get the content out to you guys, and I apologize for that. Sorry for that. And it's all pretty cool, man. I really enjoy it. God's really blessed us. And Mel's a hard worker. This family's hard workers. And you all are some great viewers, man. I tell you, I may not be the biggest channel in the world, but I'll say it again. I got the best subscribers of anybody, hands down, man. And the efforts you make to come see us and meet us and support what we've done here, it just sometimes makes me just want to go upstairs. And I feel so touched. I just want to cry. Mel too. That y'all make us so important to travel the distances you do to come see us sometimes. I can just tell you, thank you.
So finally, I can harvest now my eggplant. So this is my different variety of my eggplant. So my minuto day is bamboo shoot. So I need eggplant. So this time I can have now the eggplant here. So I have two and another variety there. So it's about time to harvest. So Gila was fried the fish. I'm teaching her how to fry. Now it's become, look at this though. Because she kept flipping and flipping. I told her you cannot flip the fish while it's not done yet at the other side. So this one here is the bamboo shoot that I was boiling. Happy little cat. See that one? So this is the boiled bamboo shoot now. Before you flip.
Kita sa barangay Bata. Bakit nagtulpo ay wato ka tapos. Wato ka para yang buli-buli kan ano hardware. Ay di kita nawata. Oh, tatlo.
Nauri.
Wala ka ano nang andungaw.
Wala ka pa kaigma no, gaw?
Kamay kao na patay di na paborito ras di kamay kao na. Ini baru mama say. Baru pelayanan di.
Housekeeper here. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, sir.
Do a good job, okay?
Yes, sir.
So the guys are just about done with this pour down in here, and they got their nylons pulled. I don't know if you can see them or not with it back like that. You see they got their nylons all pulled in here like a network of them, and so they've got their fall coming this way, so, and they're level across. Now again, this is not the finished bottom. There's going to be a whole nother layer of concrete that'll be put in. Perfect. This is just like a substructure underneath. And then now we'll be able to go in and tie a lot of steel